Hi, I'm Matt, and today we're going to learn the four most important chords if you're just beginning to learn guitar, specifically for worship. These might not be the chords that every teacher would recommend, but I have some very specific reasons for recommending these four chords. So let's get to it. So firstly, before I show you the chords, let me explain why I chose these chords specifically so you understand the end goal. One, this is a very common key in worship. We're going to be learning in the key of G, and lots of worship music is in key of G. Lots of singers like to sing in key of G. Lots of worship teams use key of G. So it's a great key to learn. It's also a versatile key because you can also play some other keys utilizing your capo, which we will learn another time how to utilize our capo. To play in multiple keys with using these same chord formations. Also, these specific chord formations I'm showing you, some of them are slightly altered from their we'll call root chord. So they're going to maximize building strength, building your calluses on your fingers, which is one of the biggest hurdles to learning guitar, is actually building the strength and the calluses on your fingers so that it's easier to play the guitar and less painful in the long term. So here are the four chords. You're gonna see a camera zoomed in on my hand. You're also gonna see the chords pop up on your screen showing the formation with a typical chord graph. Chord number one is G. Your typical G is played like this or like this, but we're gonna play this one that maximizes and uses all four fingers. So we've got our first finger on our G note here at the top string, then our index finger right below the string below, one fret back, so you can see that. And then we hit the middle strings open, and then our pinky and third finger are stacked in the third fret on the bottom here. If you're having trouble seeing that in the video at all, like I said, there's also the graph that will be on your screen. You can utilize that as well. And that is going to be our G. Our second chord that we're going to use is a C2. So instead of using a traditional C chord, which looks like this, we're going to use a C2, which looks like this. Offers a different sound. It's a brighter sound. It blends really well with the first G that we learned. So the way we're going to play that is, if you go from G that you just learned, and you take these two fingers and move each one down a string, and you're going to strum 5 strings and down, that is a C2. So they go really nicely together. Here's the G. Here's the C2. All right. Chord number 3 is an E minor 7. The easier chord to play is E minor. So why would I show a beginner a harder chord to play? Long term, like I said, we're trying to build strength in your fingers, so we want to utilize all the fingers. So we're going to use all 4 fingers, and because your pinky and third finger aren't going to change position from the C2, it actually is a little bit easier than you think. You're going to take your second finger and index finger. So here we go, second finger, index finger, and you're going to stack them right here in the second fret on the 5th string and 4th string. Once again, if you're having trouble seeing, reference the graph on the screen. And you strum all 6. This is an E minor 7. So it has got that E minor sound. Here's the E minor just open. That's a regular E minor. Here's the 7th. So because we have that 7th on the bottom, it's making the chord much brighter to match our G and our C2. So once again, here's our G, here's our C2, here's our E minor 7. So far for these 3 chords, our third finger and pinky have not moved. So they're going to be kind of tired after you do this, especially if you haven't played this or used them a lot. Our fourth and final chord for this particular tutorial is going to be a D. It's the first chord that won't use all 4 fingers. So what we're going to do is from our E minor 7, we're going to pick up our pinky. So our third finger remains where it was. We're going to put down our index finger right here on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and our second finger is going to go on the bottom string, also in the 2nd fret. So if you see right there, once again, reference the graph if you're having trouble seeing, and you strum 4 and down. That's going to be our D. So with those 4 chords, you can play a ton of songs. If you are interested in just some examples of me playing just some random worship songs that this particular progression works with, or these particular chords works with, then that video will be showing up on your screen as a recommendation right now. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, if you want to learn more beginner worship tips. Catch you next time.